Hey ladies and gentlemen, Stephen here from the YouTube channel Redolessence. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate your viewership and your support. It means a lot to me. And today I have my good friend from Indiana.
Hey, it's Joe Sent Me.
Some of you might recognize this individual from
Yes.
not only YouTube but also Instagram. He's definitely killing the game on Instagram right now. And today we're going to be talking about a fragrance that Joe actually introduced me to recently. And it's by the company Royal Crown. And this one is called Oud Jasmine. So stay tuned. So Joe, how's it going?
Going great. Thank you so much for having me on your show.
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
man. Absolutely. You know me, I try to collaborate with as many people as possible. If it's somebody who wants to share the perfume passion and the love for fragrance, you know I'm going to bring them on my channel.
Absolutely.
And dude, I'm watching your stuff and I'm watching your posts on Instagram and you are totally killing the game. So I'm going to put Joe's information down below. So if you don't already follow him on Instagram or if you're not subscribed to his YouTube channel, definitely do yourself a favor. What I like about your channel, along with many others like Sebastian from Looking, Feeling, Smelling Great, is that you highlight a lot of niche, undercover, hard to find, lesser known fragrances. And this one in particular, you actually discovered at Essence.
That's
or
right.
Essence, right?
Essence, so, yes, I discovered this at Essence. Even though it's a 2016 release, I finally got my hands on this one. So
yeah, I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about their scents, and I believe there's one individual in particular who always posts about Celebration in the Facebook groups.
Yes, yes.
And I know that has a very iconic mint note, and it's very refreshing, and it's billowy. And so I'm not too familiar with this company, but all I know is that all of the press I've seen and heard has been totally positive.
It's really high quality stuff. Even, I mean, if you want, you can include the link to the video that I did at Essence for Royal Crown, so you can kind of get a feel for who they are. Nicoletta, the owner of the company, she's actually the CEO. I'm sorry. Her and her father run the show.
Okay.
And they do all the stuff. He's one of the perfumers, if not the perfumer, of this brand, and he and her both create these amazing creations, and these bottles are, as you can see, are just stunning. Like, you just are drawn to it. Like, it's seriously like a mosquito to a lamp. You just can't avoid it. You're drawn to it.
So if we're talking about the bottle in the presentation, there's a lot to be said about the silk bed that it lies in and just the luxuriousness of the bejeweled cap and everything. But before we formally start talking about the scent, I do want to say that thanks to the generosity of Joe here, we will be doing a 5 milliliter giveaway. So all you have to do to enter the giveaway is just leave a comment down below and tell us what was your favorite part of this review, or if you want to look up the house and tell us what is your favorite from the collection, just leave a comment down below. You will automatically be entered to win. I'm not going to tell you have to subscribe, but if you do take some value from this video, I would definitely appreciate your subscription. I do want to mention that this fragrance is available at Beverly Hills Perfumery, so I'm going to be leaving a link for that down below. And this bottle costs $955. So if we can get this video to, let's say, 500 likes, we'll give away another 5 ml decan courtesy of the generosity of Joe. So we're basically giving away $100 worth of fragrance.
That's right.
When you think of it like that. So awesome. Thank you so much, Joe. I really appreciate that.
I'm honored to be able to help you guys out as well. This is not as easily attainable, so I want people to get their nose on this. So
yeah, it's exclusive in more ways than one. So let's start talking about the smell. So obviously, as the name implies, this is an Oud Jasmine scent, and it's Sambac jasmine and Burmese oud.
Right.
And when I first sprayed it, and I got a whiff of it, and we have it here on the test strip, we sprayed it maybe 20 minutes ago. It is one of the most realistic jasmine fragrances that I have ever smelled.
Wow.
And the beauty of a jasmine scent is the indole. And a true jasmine lover always looks for an indolic quality in their jasmine. And perhaps the one that I have in my collection that I always reference for an indolic jasmine is Alkat by Xerjoff, part of the Oud Stars collection.
Oh, makes sense.
And this one is not as animalic, although there's an animalic nuance on account of the musk tonkin. and it's just so smooth with the gray amber in the base. But it takes you on this winding path. Like it's a, I don't want to talk too much about it because it's obviously your scent. So
Yeah.
what do you get from the smell?
Well, let me refer to it again. The jasmine, like you mentioned, is a very photorealistic jasmine.
Oh yeah.
Definitely for sure. The oud in this, for those of you who are afraid of oud, is not as animalic as you would expect it to be. Although you mentioned this was, it's not Cambodian, it's
Burmese.
Burmese, yeah, which is in a similar area actually to Cambodia, but it's actually a very pleasant oud. And the oud in this is very subdued,
Yeah.
but blended super well with this floral. That there's an elegance about this. There's nothing that's stinky, or you don't feel like you're gonna get something that's like overbearing or challenging to wear.
Yeah.
And I could tell you this. I remember wearing this last year. I had a sample of it. I didn't have a full bottle. Last year, I had a sample of this. I wore it with my best friend who has, I guess, a fear of oud.
Okay.
And he said, "What are you wearing? It smells amazing." So for him to say that, who has a oud phobia,
Yeah.
I would say that is a definite winner for me. So
That is awesome. I completely co-sign what you said.
yeah.
This is a gateway scent for oud, to the extent that the oud in here is a bit subdued, and I know they have a lot of other oud offerings, so
Sure.
perhaps the oud in those is a bit stronger. But in this one, it totally is about the jasmine. So as opposed to Oud Jasmine, it could have been called Jasmine Oud.
Right.
But I totally see what they did. It's, I think, a wonderful scent. There's a little bit of ylang-ylang, which kind of adds this sort of narcotic element to the scent. You have the musk, but it doesn't prevail. I feel like you have to wait until they dry down until it has that billowy sort of texture about it. But the photorealistic portrait that it paints is absolutely gorgeous. And for a jasmine scent, this is a holy grail. So full disclosure, when you brought it over, I smelled it and I was like, this is a fragrance that my mother would love.
Yeah.
And I showed her the presentation and I said, how much do you think it costs? And she goes, 400. I'm like, try doubling that.
Yeah.
And so in terms of the quality that's in here, of course, the raw materials, the natural essences,
Absolutely.
it's understandable that
Sure.
it's as expensive as it is. Of course, I think it's going to be outside of the price range that many are comfortable with.
Sure.
So, if you can find a means by which you can sample it, if you can acquire a decant or a sample, we were looking on Beverly Hills Perfumery,
Yeah.
and they do a 2 ml sample for $20.
For $20, yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely recommend that if you don't want to invest yet in this. However, if you're a collector of perfumes, if you're looking for something that becomes a centerpiece of your collection, just for sheer display purposes, I mean, I wouldn't spend $955 for a display bottle with no plans on using what's inside.
Exactly.
Everything
yeah.
on
You
the
have to put
inside,
it to use.
exactly. Everything on the inside is as good as what is on the outside, if not better. So
Yeah.
this does it justice for sure. So.
Yeah, I feel like with the typeface, it's kind of minimalist. Like there's no fancy plate. It just says Oud Jasmine. So it's a gorgeous, luxurious presentation, and it certainly evokes that. But it's also the kind of fragrance where the juice speaks for itself. And when you spray it on, you notice that. And I personally haven't worn it on skin, but I did read online to see what people are saying about it, and they're saying that the sillage and the longevity is enormous. Is that true?
Yes. I had it when I had it on. I remember it was at least 10 hours on me.
Really? Okay.
Easily 10 hours of longevity on me, and I'm pretty sure the jasmine helped with that scent trail for sure.
Nice.
I mean,
Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of mid and base in this scent. So there isn't a whole lot of citrus to open it up. It's more about the florals and the woodsy notes.
Yeah.
And I just think that the blend here, it gives it so much distinction and character. This is truly a gorgeous scent. Now, for those of you who have an aversion to florals, I would recommend you sample this one first because it is quite heavy on the jasmine. If you are familiar with the smell of jasmine and that's what you're into, that's your style, definitely check this one out.
Absolutely.
But if you have even the most remote trepidation when it comes to floral scents, you're going to get a lot of jasmine in this one. So maybe check out some of their other offerings like Celebration, which I hear like so much praise over online. But
yeah, and also there's also a tobacco one. There's something for everyone, by the way,
Yep.
in all of Royal Crown. To believe, I mean, there's a lot.
Yeah.
The thing that they were showing actually at the show was their new Pirate Bay Connect Black Bay collection is what they call it. Which
Oh,
is the
okay.
pirate bottles. Same black.
Is that the one
thing.
with the skulls?
Pirate skulls?
Oh
Yeah.
my god, yeah.
So-
And that has a ton of, I think it's
Yeah.
Swarovski crystals on it.
Yeah, and that's what's on these as well. So they're
That's
very,
awesome,
very
yeah.
high quality. Just presentation is huge. It's just incredibly well adorned. So,
Yeah.
and of course they smell amazing. So, yeah.
That's awesome, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Also forgot to mention Antonio Visconti. He comes from a family of glove makers, I
Yeah.
believe it is. So there's a lot of heritage within the family as well. I absolutely love what this brand has done. And Joe, I just want to thank you so much for introducing me to
My
it.
pleasure. I'm
Really-
so glad.
Yeah, I really appreciate it.
Because one of the things I was struggling with someone like Steven who has seen and smelled the
No,
world.
that's not true.
Well, I was thinking, what do I bring to Steven that would just light him up? And I knew this would do that. So
You did it, man. You did
I'm
it.
so
totally.
glad I did. And I'm hoping you guys do enter the giveaway. Please,
Yeah.
please do that because you two of you will have a chance at winning 5 ml decants. And
Yeah.
I want you guys to try that. I really do. So
Yeah. So in regards to the giveaway, I will be announcing the winner in 1 week's time. So after you leave your comment down below, a week from now, I'm going to use randomcommentpicker.com, I think it is, and I'm going to pick the winning comment. I'm going to pin it to the top. So make sure to come back to this video in a week's time to see if you've won. And once again, like we said earlier, if it reaches 500 likes, I will select a second winner, and the totality of the prizes being given away is equivalent to $100. So
Wow.
thank you again, Joe. No, I
Hey,
mean, you
thank
did it.
you.
You made it possible. So
Well,
thank you. Really appreciate it.
I thank you. I mean,
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, Joe's information is going to be down
Yeah.
below, so definitely check him out. Again, if you did take something of value from this video, please do consider subscribing. And if you are not new to this channel and you haven't enabled the notification bell, please make sure to do so. So this way, whenever I do publish new videos, they will get delivered straight to your feed. You never need to worry about missing any of my future videos. All right, thanks for watching. I love you guys, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
bye.